Hello and welcome back to Silksong. So I said we were gonna go visit the deep docks, and indeed I intend to, but we did have the runaround and did get distracted doing an escape sequence, then immediately followed by a Savage Beast Fly version 2, so we did take it out though, after much strife and struggle. It's been a little while since I've played, so I'm going to remember what I was doing and remember what I had equipped. I do still want to equip the Pimpillo. Oh, that's right. So we did unequipped the one of our tools so that we would have an easier time not flubbing the the fight. And the magnetite dice is an interesting last utility tool. So I think I'm gonna keep it on. I do want to try out the Paul pouch though. So in fact, oh, that's right. Okay, so I have to sacrifice one of these two. So without the magma belt offering any more utility, I'm gonna trade it out for that. And interestingly, our Pimpillo changed color. So I would not have expected that. So they probably have a different sprite for every tool in the game. Kind of maybe a little bit of a waste of space, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a game developer yet. Okay, so this looks good so far. Nothing else I think we really want to try. You have anything new for us? No, of course not. So now, at long last, we'll be able to see what's going on in the deep docks. And I'm surprised that I was able to actually interact with that environmental up there and take it out. Given that I don't know if they intended for that to be possible during the Savage Beast Fly fight. But, you know, I'm sure they've thought of a bunch of different possible outcomes throughout this entire game. Am I going the right way here? Yes, so all I have to do is go up. Oh, don't hit me, bro. Don't hit me. Thank you. And this is, you know, hell, so I have to tread lightly. If I can remember the way, I'm looking at my notes here. It says past the ripcord gate, there's a spool upgrade. I believe the ripcord gate was right over here. So below here, to the right, should be... No, a little bit more down. Yep, so there's that spool upgrade that I was eyeing. So somewhere around here is going to be a shortcut. So I'm basically just going to attack every wall because I don't really have a plan for how to find it. And in the meantime, I always jump out of the way just in case. Let's see what's below me. Okay, I think there's going to be another platform here. There should be. Yeah, and I do attack quick enough that I can take that guy out. So let's... There we go. Okay, so I did not actually even come over here and see what was going on. So let me see if I have... I do have one spool fragment, so that's good news. That means that we're gonna get an upgrade from this. Just want to make sure they do sometimes. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, they put me all the way back here, man. Can just harpoon though, so let's take the drama out of it, shall we? And then just gently glide down. I'm going a really long way around, so I didn't expect it for it to be this long. There's another boulder, but I can harpoon here. Interesting outcome. And I wonder if... Okay. I was simply wondering if there was a grabbable wall there. It looks like for that, they're gonna put me all the way back. That's fine, you know, I've done this once. I don't mean to make a mockery of your time or anything. Please understand. Whoa! Okay, so I thought I had harpoon, but Looks like I'm just gonna have to use a down strike on the second one there. And then, like that. Make use of just the sheer climb. Could be another boulder here. I feel like the climb is very useful. Ooh! For a lot of situations where you might otherwise not feel... Where like every other option doesn't really work. So sometimes you'll be cornered between the wall and an enemy, and if you wall jump, you'll just hit into the enemy. So a wall climb right there would actually work a lot better. And I imagine, yep, this is a one-way door. Okay, very interesting. So we can strike that off the list, and then I do have another note here for the deep docks. Down right from the long room at the bottom. Smoldering flintstone. Okay, the long room at the bottom. Let's see what the hell I was talking about. Down right from the... I think that was this one here. So, rather than go through hell, I'm going to head back to the bellway, and then I'm going to try to go from the other side. And this is all just to see if the smoldering flintstone will respond to the pimpillo. Oh, I completely forgot that I could just heal. Oh, okay, you just had to do it. I don't think there are any other enemies on this path, though, so I should be totally fine. Could even heal here. Might not be worth it, though. Just remember, yep, there's one more up. Okay, free seat. And let's see what the map looks like now. Given we did all that. Right, so all of this was opened up. Very cool. I mean, I gotta respect the lengths that Team Cherry would go to create just a simple platforming challenge that you're only gonna see one time. It's a lot of work. And then we'll go to the deep docks, I believe, is the way here. Glad I didn't have to call the Bell Beast back and waste some time. So it's still going to be a trek. But anyway, how are you guys doing? It's January 1st right now. I have the day off. Happy New Year and all that. Hope you're looking forward to a good 2026. I'm excited for the future. I don't know about other people. Other people seem to have maybe a negative outlook. But I think things are slowly but surely getting better overall. Both on a personal level and on a global level. Ooh. So, maybe this is the shaft here. Just try to ignore as many people. And of course, I have to take the magma bell off. Okay, I think it's going to be a little bit lower. Right. Let's take this guy out. Okay, so I was thinking maybe this was a door we couldn't get in. But no, there's a button there. And are you... are we chill? Is this a chill environment? Looks that way.
Here to sweat away your sorrows, miss. The steam does wonders for a mind set sullen, or a shell gone stiff.
I found these lowlands hot enough already, and mine is a shell more resilient than most. To challenge that further seems a unique sort of madness.
Aye, well, this is Falu, miss. Madness is catching. I'd say he is the smallest form of it. Ah, can you feel it yet? All your troubles dripping away.
I love that. Very reminiscent of the Colosseum where dudes were just hanging out. I wonder if this is Ballo here, or or if it's another bell head. Not sure they clarified that, unless I missed his name. Did we catch his name? I apologize. I just want to confirm. Ah, it is okay. I'm not, a very good with names person. More so, I just tend to remember people's faces, and then if I have to see them like a bunch of times, then at that point I feel like it's worth remembering their name. But I just start with their faces, and I wish more people did that, honestly, because you don't often need to know someone's name to refer to them. You could just say, "Hey, you," or if you're creative enough, you can. There's a million different ways to get someone's attention without explicitly calling on their name. Aha! Hold on, let me just confirm. This is the correct spot. I think it was one higher. This was definitely a place I don't want to go back to. So, right here? This is a dead end. No? Down right from the long room at the bottom, smoldering flintstone. Okay, if I can open the map here. The long room at the bottom. Was it here? There's like 3 shafts all clustered together in the same spot. I have to just figure out which one of them is right. I think it was this one. Oh! Zip! Okay. No! Don't hit me. No, this wasn't it. Ah! Okay, could be. I know it's not this door marker here. Could be here? The long room at the bottom. What was I on when I typed that? It could be somewhere. I could have been going the right way initially, so let's try. Ah! Hopefully they just teleport me up. No. Okay, it's gonna be Super Meat Boy time. Although I think if I take damage from the fire there, it's not gonna teleport me out or anything. So I could just tank it. Alright, we'll try this way. I remember not fully exploring this entire path. Oh. Okay, they do 2 damage. Okay, I was hoping I would just bounce back before he hit me. Okay, at least that was only 1. One more hit. Man, okay, so this is why I did not want to come back here. We'll just skip that guy, no reason to hang around. And I know there are dudes over here. Ow! Okay, alright. I don't have the magma bell, so I have to keep in mind that this is a very dangerous situation. If only there was some other way I could farm silk. What was I thinking? Coming down here. Down right from the long room at the bottom. Is this not the bottom? It could have been. I could have wrote this when the bottom was like over here or something. But I'm going as down right as I can. It could still be in the corner of this kind of area, so let's not give up just yet. Holy! So this is as downright as I can go. I want to save my silk here. I wonder if climbing actually resets the damage stat. Okay, that's going to be enough to work with. Just want to keep it up. Okay, that's all we're gonna get for now. Feels like I'm doing a good job, but it's still taking a long time, which is not ideal. Still need one more hit to heal. Okay. Ooh, even jumping here is a little bit scary. If I can just stun lock him long enough. Oh, thankfully he turns around. It would have been so annoying if I had to, Whoa! I don't even know what hit me there. Oh, right! There's two of them. Nope! I'm just gonna shut my mouth. That seems to oftentimes work. Nope. Part of the problem is these sound effects keep resetting, so I can't even hear myself think. It doesn't help, I'll tell you that much. Ah! Still, I'm very lucky to be alive here. Nothing down there. We're just going down and right, because that's what the notes say. And in this game, there seems to be a lot more attacks that don't have a clear visual indicator of where they end. So you can see those droplets are very vaguely dissipating around the edge of the hitbox. But it makes it very difficult to precisely position so that you're out of their range while staying close enough to be able to attack. Okay, that's the last one. And then I'll really take my time here so as to not let this opportunity go to waste. So this is the way I could have gotten out the first time, but didn't. I was just assuming that this door was kind of was gonna close again. Right, I was trying to think of what happened that messed me up last time. So these are two permanent you know, levers that stay open. Now we have a shortcut. Finally. So I guess my sincerest apologies for missing that the first time, because now we had to do this twice, and I know it does take a long time. So here's that door that was in the bell house, but still not what we were looking for. Ornate clamp, you say? Only I had an ornate key. But if I ever have to come back here, you know, if I ever figure out what opens that door, now I'll have the shortcut. So thank you so much, Team Cherry. If indeed these doors do stay open. Ow! Still not making use of the Pimpillo. But against these fire enemies, I don't know if it would have that much of an effect. Okay, we did go this way, so we're just gonna slowly comb through every location I can find here. I think it's more in the middle of the map. I did go this way. This was the dead end where I think I found a Silk Eater. This is just the bench. Nothing doing over there. That's a dead end up there. Okay, this is where we had the boss fight. We're just taking a trip down memory lane, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so I think I left this note for myself a little bit earlier on when the map was a little bit more, or a little bit less discovered. Yeah, so here it is. So when I said the shaft, the long room at the bottom, this used to be the bottom of the map, I guess. So here we go. Let's try the Pimpillo now. All that. All that for nothing. Okay, but now at least I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna leave a secret marker like these black ones that we denoted are for secrets. So now I won't have to guess anymore. And let's see what the quickest way back is up. I do have a key, don't I? I have a a simple key. So, knowing that, I can open that door from the other side. So I'll loop around, open that door, and get out of my way, geometry. Because I don't think we have anything else to use this key on. So while that's true, might as well see if this doesn't open up anything else along with it. Might as well take the free health. And there hasn't really been any quests to use these shell shards on, so I guess no reason to worry about wasting them for now. This guy's gonna be belligerent. I think this is the wrong way, yes. Have to go one more higher. I'm not gonna really worry about taking damage here or there. Is it up? Nope. We want to go down. I don't think I need to sit at the bench necessarily. It shouldn't be that much of an issue. Whee! Alright. Let's see what you got. Yes, sir! Dong. Alright, so this is somewhere we've been already. It's not anything new. It's simply a shortcut. Excuse me! You're not allowed to do that. So now I can, if I can open my map, I can remove this marker here. And then I suppose at this point, this allows us to shortcut through the top of the area, but I don't know why I would ever want to do that. Like I said, it's not really something I would see any value in doing. What's over here? Nothing. So while I'm in the area, let's visit the Forge Daughter and maybe see if she has any new dialogue. Now that I've basically just filled out the entire area, I assume. Hello! Nope. Okay. And oh, it looks like Ballow's taking his lunch. I guess now we know where he spends it. So I'll head back to the Bellway now, and we'll figure out where we want to go from here. Now that that's done, I didn't really have anything else planned in this direction. I could go to the Wormways and try to figure out what's behind that Weaver door. But to do that, I think I would have to teleport to, or transport to Bone Bottom. So let's go there. Right quick. And there was another spot in the Sands of Karak that I had assumed that I couldn't access. It was that place in the wall with the spikes, and I thought, oh, how do you even get, how could you even fit between those spikes? But I think there is a way using the harpoon, so I'll want to go back and do that. Let me see here, just plan a route. Man, this is super out of the way, but, whoops. But I think with our running speed, we should be able to make good time. Can't jump any higher to expedite this. And at this point, this area is no problem whatsoever in terms of traversal. So I'll just have to jump over a chasm. Oh, and these guys do return. I thought they were kind of special enemies that were just one and dones, like the maggots. I think this was the door here. Yes, I won't have to waste my time climbing that. Whoops. Trying to make good time. Okay, this is still not it, right? Very strange but important, kind of benign looking area right there. Right, here was the door. Nope! So So I'll have to take a running jump. There we go. And I'm just looking forward to a little bit of a relaxing, hopefully nothing too crazy or aggressive here, because, you know, after the last 2 episodes, I just like to sit back and take it easy for a little bit. Enjoy the atmosphere. Why not farm this guy while he's so generous to offer himself up? Where you at, boy? Man, they do be tanky. Might as well heal. And right after I healed, right? Okay. I think one of the differences between the crests is that they might do some a different damage amount. So the one that I'm using now might be quicker. Man, okay, I'm not gonna spend forever fighting them. But the Reaper crest might actually do more damage. If nothing else, I can farm. Aha! I'll take the shell shards. But the attack speed allows me to keep them kind of at bay, whereas the Reaper crest might not have enough knockback to keep them out. One of my favorite charms in Hollow Knight was the Quick Slash, so it feels very reminiscent. And finally, we don't have any darkness in this area. Ooh! They're sending them to the foreground now. I assume I can, yeah. I've yet to kill one of these, and I wonder if it's ever gonna come to pass that I can add it to the journal. Might be kind of an area where I can, you know, like an environmental, I can just interact with to do that. Daughter of a distant land, we who have I keep saying have remained, even though it's remained, have. We who remained have waited long. Bind our strength to yours. Reclaim the future of our haunted kingdom. Bound the silk skill. Sharp dart. Press RB. Pierce through enemies in a blur of blade and silk. So that reminds me of a dash attack? Either way, I'm glad there's another silk skill to explore. Having only 3 would have been understandably a little bit boring. Well, not boring, but you know, leaving potential on the table. Deadly Weaver technique. Pierce through enemies in a blur of blade and silk. Okay. Oops. Was mashing B there. It doesn't look like there's anything left to this area. Nope. Okay, well I tried. Let's see here. Wow! So it has a little bit of a startup. But I assume it gives you invulnerability frames, which could be worth its weight in gold. Either way, I'll be able to farm here. Okay, I guess they want us to... That just kills it outright! So I was asking how to add these guys to the journal, and I immediately found the answer. So this is a Grom, a burrowing worm that uses its many blunted teeth to dig through even the hardest bone. And while we're here, we might as well do what we can for the journal's sake. Nope, that was as unfortunate as it could have possibly been. See, that wind-up just throwing me off. There we go. 2 more hits. Yeah, I can use it now. We'll just keep going until we get that journal entry. Oops. Just have patience. Okay, that's, you know, fool me once, shame on you, and so forth. I just really don't like the wormways, so I'm not looking forward to coming back. So I don't want to... Come on now. I don't want to spend any more time traveling back here if I don't have to. There we go.
They ceaselessly churn through rock and bone without ever seeming to rest. Do they have a destination, or are they compelled to dig forever deeper?
Yes, yes, all philosophical quandaries, I'm sure. This could be, anytime there's light shining down from the ceiling, it could be a double jump area. So, despite what I just said, I will leave a marker if I possibly can, though it doesn't look like they're going to let me, given that I can't access, this left side here. So, yeah, I'll still try, just in case the late game sees us kind of exploring and filling out, small things we missed. Could be nothing. Oop. Very close there. But then we have what seems to be an upward area here. Doesn't lead anywhere, though. Okay. So, I mean, the first weave nest that I encountered was more so an area unto itself. So I kind of expected the rest of them to be more or less the same. Let me remove this marker here. Like Weave Nest Atla. So we could go back to Weave Nest Atla and see if Eve has anything, like any other upgrades that we could take advantage of. I think this was the way... This is a way. Yes, okay, so we'll have to spin around here. I could just do one of those. Yeah, it would be faster to go down here. Although more scary. Hang on, this almost looks like they might have put something else here, but no. Not very close. Nope. What a jump. You gotta hand it to them. They really did try. Nope, not looking for any attention. These guys do accelerate, so that's something to watch out for. And one of the things that I wanted to also check was falling down this shaft and then just hugging the wall to the left, because there could be something in this general location. But we'll try that maybe next time we're around that area. So it's to the ruined chapel and to the bottom right. Thank the Lord for this run speed. It's been a while since I've been in the Moss Grotto. Okay, let's make sure I'm going the right way. So it's at the bottom. Yes, I do think I need to go one to the right. Ah. Ooh, and I do hear some singing, so that could be an indication that she has an upgrade. If it's a she. Don't actually know. But one thing is, I kind of thought this was an ethereal being or something, like a formless being, but you can see there in the tank, there's a shadow that almost looks like an Ankh. So I think that's actually the form that they have. And it's not necessarily like a formless being made of like silk or energy or something like that.
Lady, If in your travels you are able to further expand your nature,
Okay. Alright. Fine. Not gonna be lucky this time. But I'm always happy to hear her sing. There is a marker there, so I just want to remind myself what that was, in case there's a more appropriate marker I could place. So it's above? Oh right, it's in the shaft. So I'll have to come this way. And then ignore that guy. I don't really know how I'm going to use this new silk skill that I got since... I don't always like dashing. You know, one dash is enough for me. Okay, so that's a double jump. So I'm going to just remove this one. And then you put the double jump marker right there. We can see there's enough space above for something to be there. And then finally, I think that's going to be enough dilly-dallying here. So next up, let's see. We got the hunter, the pin-wielding bugs in the Citadel to kill. We got the courier quest in Greymoor. And then I can take those off the list. We visited the deep docks. We visited the wormways. Right, and I did want to see if the mist had changed, or if anything was different with that, since we did you know, clear it. And if, you know, there's some doors here in the chapel that I think could just randomly open at some point. Like this one, we could come back here and find it's just open all of a sudden. What's up? Nothing. Okay. So, I didn't visit the little pilgrim at the bottom there. You know, he may be dead, but he's not out of the game just yet. Heb's still out. And nothing on the board, so... I will remove this marker because I forgot to last time. We already know that's just a shortcut for some rosaries. So now I guess we'll go to Greymoor and start looking around for that courier, who could be anywhere. We could even track him. And then I'll try to make use of this new silk skill that I have. Yeah, I mean, nothing really going on so far this episode. Like I said, it's just gonna, I'm looking for a chill time, but I always hate it when I kind of run in circles and don't really get anything accomplished. Whoa, what the hell? Moorwing? No, I thought I was gonna be safe. I did not expect just a random boss fight. That's an interesting attack. It do be sweeping. Okay, obviously it does too. But I guess I did ask for opportunities to test out this ability here. Man. We'll just heal rather than use it. Are those enemies? Is that what I'm seeing? I think almost certainly if I leave the room, it's gonna despawn, so I'm not looking to do that. Wow! I'm not even sure if there was a chance to dodge that. Okay. That is its most dangerous move, I think. As long as it doesn't just randomly drop on my head, I should be alright. Oh, see the wind-up. I was using the silk skill there, but the wind-up just made it way too slow. Thank you, dice. So I'm still gonna have to heal. That's an easy move to dodge. And you can see it drops, so if I didn't move out of the way there, it would have hit me for sure. Okay. It can go off screen, so that's a little bit dangerous. But if I can get above it, I might be able to cheese it a little bit. What is it doing? What the hell? It's a saw blade! What? That's too many attacks! It's gonna come back. Yep, just keeping my eyes peeled. Oh my god, what did it bounce off of? Holy! I didn't see, I think the foreground covered it a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm all the way back here. But it wasn't too far from the Bellway at Greymore, so... Should be able to get back in relatively good time. And I believe I missed a bench, if I'm not mistaken. No, okay, so I had to go back this way to sit at the bench. Hope there's not another random boss fight. That'd be unfortunate. Okay, I'm just gonna use your bench. Thank you for not charging. And New has well and good moved on. I think we can access this top left. I'm just waiting for the day that I can do that. No, it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to. I was thinking maybe with the harpoon, but not yet. So maybe I leave a jump marker here at the halfway home, right there, inside. Although that is gonna cover up the bench, so maybe it's not worth it after all. But I feel like the counter would do a lot better to help me with this boss than would the dash attack. And here's the courier we're gonna track, I suppose. Oh, okay, that took a second to spawn in. I don't necessarily want to do this just yet, though, because I do have a cocoon waiting for me, so I think I'm gonna go back and grab that first. Moorwing. Have at you! Ow! Okay. I regret it instantly. Oh my god! It just grabbed me from behind. Interesting design. It almost looks like it doesn't have eyes. And flying enemies are one of my least favorite. Man, okay, so the same thing keeps happening. I really don't like flying enemies because they move unpredictably, and if your entire body is a hitbox, then moving is necessarily an attack. So it's not really, it doesn't seem to be treated with kind of the respect it deserves. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's only doing 1 hit point. Okay, good intel. I thought that was doing 2. Ow! So I can tank through those, whatever they're called, shurikens. But maybe not on phase 2, I don't know if that's gonna be possible. Yeah, and there's not really a good angle to hit them at when I'm, at 45 degrees. Still looking to heal. Just gonna shoot twice. What? Nope. Okay. I don't see what the hell's going on at the edge of the screen because they're just covering it up. Oh, that's what it clinked off of. I see. So he shoots 2 shurikens in a kind of cardioid pattern. Interesting. And we still do have the tracking marker, surprisingly. I would think that would dissipate after a moment. Let me get my cocoon! Thank you so much. Maybe I can dash through him. He did seem to use the exact move that would allow him to dodge, though. Okay. No damage so far. And I hope they give me a little bit more invincibility at the back end. Okay, so that does hit multiple times. So I don't necessarily, it's not a one and done deal. Okay. Ooh, if I could dash backwards as he's moving, I could offer a little bit more value, potentially. And what's hard here is the mist is kind of covering up the edges of the screen, making it a little bit difficult to see him. I'm gonna wait to heal. Yep, they do fall. So I think staying below him is actually one of the better strategies. Unless he does that move, in which case he just drops immediately. Clink. Oh, I did jump the wrong time. Thank you so much. Whoa. Okay, it's just barely tippered me right there. It's gonna take patience to figure this out. He's gonna bounce back, so back off. And then run. I'm gonna do something weird and run to the other side of the room just to see what the possibilities are. Oh my god, he just immediately attacked. Okay, good news. That's a safe strat. Thankfully, didn't get in too much trouble there. I just need enough to dash this way. I had a feeling he was going to do that. Okay, now getting the hang of it a little bit more. But I do need to heal. Gonna shoot twice. I'm gonna put him on my screen so I can see what he's up to. It's becoming more and more risky to get near him. When they put the overlay on the screen, it's hard to see what's going on. 2 more hits. Oh. Whoa, dude. I wanted 2 more hits so that I could heal. You gotta deny me that? A beast shard. Now, interestingly, in one of the trailers, we did see Garmin and Zaza fighting this creature alongside us. However, didn't seem like they showed up this time. So there could have been a condition I did not fulfill to try to get them to join us here. But I did try to talk to them, you know, in every location that I found them in. I just might have missed 1 or 2, potentially. So it could be kind of like the cloth quest from Hollow Knight, where you have to talk to her in all of the locations to see the eventual outcome. It could be because we saw them at the Citadel already, so it wouldn't make sense for them to come back down here. But then I wonder, you know, if we could have spawned this boss a little bit earlier. Don't know what that sound effect was, but it was a little bit grating, I have to say. So I will sit back at the bench just to heal up for free. And then we'll try to track down this courier. And one thing I noticed about the elevators is that they do, despite being all the way at the top, they do you know, send them in from off screen so as not to waste like too much of the player's time, which is cool. Like, it's a little optimization I wouldn't have expected. Okay, all I'm looking for is another tracking marker, but don't know if I'm gonna be able to spot it. That was quite a ways away. Maybe it's to the right here? I don't think it would be in Sinner's Road. They said he was in Greymore. So maybe to the left? Try at least bouncing up here. Oop. Yeah, there it is. Interesting. They could be sending us back and forth. No, it is going to the Sinner's Road. Why'd you come this way, buddy? Obviously, went between the roaches. Very smart. Don't want to draw any aggro. If I can possibly help it. And Sinner's Road was on my list of places to go, so good news is that we are here. Okay, just gonna track some more. Try to skip as many fools as I can. I do have movement tools to work with, so I could do something like that. The harpoon very... Ooh, it looks like he canceled his own move, which I would not have expected. Ah! Oh, thank you so much, Dice. But it looks like, yes, we can hear him, so we don't have to worry or rely on the tracking specifically. Now, I wonder if I could ambush these guys with a dash, potentially. If I can jump up here. Yep, you can see, taking immediate advantage of the situation. Okay, that's a 2. But I will be able to bounce off of this guy. Oh, no! I tried to wait for it. Unfortunate timing there. But very interesting how, even though they say that he's in Greymore, it doesn't necessarily mean he's always gonna, you know, you're always gonna track him to Greymore. Like, the destination isn't always the place that they say that I guess if it's a Wayfarer quest, then would the person you're tracking be called the Wayfarer? Is that how that works? I don't actually know what a Wayfarer is. I might have just used the Pimpillo there to finish off that last guy. I just wasn't thinking of it. So, ooh, don't want to fall in the water. But now I know the way, so it shouldn't be that difficult to get back, and I think, yeah, it looks like we can actually de-aggro those guys, so that is something I did not expect. Alright, let's try this one more time. First things first. I want this guy to throw the bolas at me, because otherwise I'm gonna have to fight 2 of them at the same time. And you can see the spikes just doing what they can to cheese me. And do something like that, though. Wow, very lucky. To not face tank that spike. Hey there.
Safely saved his pill. But who is this rare carer for the shell of another? Name yourself, good bug.
I'm Hornet Pill. Your brother wished for your return to Belhart, where he waits you now. I'm sure he will be eager to see you alive.
Young Tip! How he worries always. Blessed I am for the care. Him and you, Miss Hornet. A lucky bug is me.
Wish granted.
Head fast for Bellheart, Pill. These lands are not for traveling without sharp blade and claw.
Aye, yes, to Belhart, and my brother. I shall fly quick. If you pass that way again, stop and give greeting.
So I guess we're gonna have to go back there to collect our reward. And then, you know, while I'm here, I haven't really visited, whatever these guys' names were called. So let's see if they have any new dialogue. Okay. No, they're still enjoying their roach guts. Maybe if we sing to them? How do you like some of this? Sad amidst the putrid smell, nothing left but dust to sell. Gray guts, ragged shell. Knock me on the head, old girl. Excuse me? Maybe that's where I leave. Before things get a little bit weird. So, let's remove this marker, because we know there's nothing really more to do there. And then, if this was a double jump... No, this was where we saw chakra, so that's where the rosaries were, which I eventually got, so we can remove that as well. A lot of old lingering markers here for us to play around with. So, let's make my way up to... I'll make my way to the bench for now, but then eventually I do want to go to the mist to see what's over there. There we go. So yes, if I remember correctly, this here was just rosaries, so nothing to worry about there. So, I guess that's enough for this episode. We'll call it here. Next time, I'm going to head back into the mist to see if it changed or if it's still the same. And we might potentially be able to... Because I can't imagine this area is going to be not filled in for the rest of the game. And then if we just... if we don't find anything different, we'll go up here and try to make our way to this marker for this architect or whatever they were called. So, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time.